Okay, guys, this is where it gets fun. That noise is my
Go
coffee
past this
cup.
street, then turn left. Turn left onto Palm Beach Drive, then take a slight left turn.
Wait a minute. Do we want to do that? No, we want to stay on the beach road. Okay. Yeah, not getting off the beach road, bitches.
In 3/4 mile, turn left onto Kelly Street.
Yeah, I'm going to disable that voice because I want to go where I want to go. Hi, Laura. I did find Crab Island. I did see Crab Island. I did not go to Crab Island because it's at least $60 to get a boat there, and then you have to spend all day there. And I unfortunately have to, woohoo! Check this out, guys. I unfortunately have to go back to Sarasota. I have a car appointment because my car has seen a lot of miles. It needs a little maintenance after all of this, so there's that. And then I'm coming over to Hutchinson Island to babysit Jamie's cats and see my good friend Princess Laura. So, however, someday I will definitely check out Crab Island because Sandy says we're gonna do a Destin vacation with her and her friends. Should be very interesting. So, but I saw it all. Yeah, it looks great. I wish I could have done that. And someday, I promise you, I will do that. That looks amazing. However, today is not that day. But today is the day of seeing the beautiful Gulf of America beaches as we just drive past them like we're on a boat. You know, you can do this in Key West, driving to Key West. Driving through the Florida Keys is pretty cool, and it is like being on a boat, but it's also that way. For instance, driving the A1A all the way up to Mar-a-Lago, Palm Beaches, Vero Beach, and Cocoa Beach. It's like that in a lot of places in Florida. Not just the Keys, but I have found out that it is like that very much here in the Gulf of America. When you find just the right streets, you have to not listen to your Waze or your whatever navigation you're using, because they want you on regular streets. But if you go off the beaten path, you get to see a lot of really cool stuff. So we are in a little town called Sunnyside right now. And driving towards Panama City Beach. Now some of the Florida beaches are like going to Disney World for the beach. I don't know. Better than Disney World. See who's on. Hi, Janet. All right, so we're parked here for a second. It doesn't mean stay on red, doofus. Come on, fools. This person is gonna sit there for flipping ever. Welcome to the beach report, McNash. So I don't know if you can see the buildings up ahead, but it's kind of, I think that might be the start of Panama City. So certain beaches are like, wow, look at that beautiful blue and green water. Gorgeous Gulf of America. We are currently in the panhandle of Florida. Live, coming up on Panama Beach any minute now, taking a driving tour of the Gulf of America. I like the Gulf of America. Okay, buy me Gulf of America. I gotta perfect that song. Look at that. So beautiful. Wait, just quick. Let's just do a little stop and look. Wow. Look at that beautiful Florida Gulf of America coastline. Want to get out and see it? I do. Just for a minute. We're just going to hop out of the car and just get a little feeling for what kind of sand we've got going on here. All right. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Put on my sunglasses so I could at least see your comments when you see this beautiful beach. Okay, getting out of the car. Got some construction over here. Wow. When you're on the beach report, sometimes you just have to go to the beach. Ooh, this is an interesting beach. Now, this sand, unlike the sand that was in Fort Walton, is not made of quartz, and it is quite hot on my feet. And I don't even know if I can get to the beach from here. Look at this. Sometimes there's water running through there, but not right now. Wow, look at this. What a way to get to the beach. Fun paths everywhere. And down there, you can see Panama City, which is just glittering at night. Very busy, very big. Can you see somebody is coming in on a what do they call that? Hydrosail? Not sure. I can hear a motor on it. Look how beautiful. And this is our beautiful Gulf of America. Woo! The sand is super hot. And I don't have any shoes on, so wave runner. No, that's not a wave runner. It's in the sky. Whatever it is. It's beautiful here, but super hot. What I don't do for you guys. Burn my damn feet. Oh, it's bad. It's really, really bad. No quartz sand here. Ouch, 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 ouch. Okay. Okay, and it's back in the car I go. All right, you guys, get in the trunk. No, I'm joking. Okay, so we're back in the car. Yeah, I ran. That was painful. My feet are probably gonna be blistered after that stupidity I just pulled. That wasn't good, but it is stunning, so I'm glad it was worth it to you, Miss Donna. You know, I do anything for you, dear. Anything for you, mean everything to me. I know that I'd go anywhere for your smiles, everywhere for your smile, everywhere I see. Would you climb uphill? Anything, wear a daffodil, anything. Leave me all your will, anything. Da, 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 da. Go to Timbuktu and back again. Yes, Oliver. So that's a cute story. When I was in Texas, and you know, DJ and Susan, they actually rescue dogs. They'll find dogs on the street. These people find dogs in all sorts of crazy places, or the dogs get relinquished to them. People don't want their dogs, or whatever sad reason that a dog has to be given up. These guys would take the dogs in. So there was this little dog, so cute, with the most beautiful blue eyes, named Oliver. Of course, I ran around singing, Oliver, Oliver, never before has the dog wanted more. So anyway, this poor little dog was like, she's crazy. But, you know, Oliver was super cute. And there were a few moments there where DJ was like, oh, Oliver might make a good co-pilot for you. And I'm like, no. I'm not ready for another dog. Absolutely no. Definitely not. So anyway, but this little Oliver dog was so precious. And while I was there, they had a couple come over. They were at the funeral. They were close friends. And their son was pretty severely disabled. And I noticed little Oliver go up to this boy and staring at him intently. And just everything this kid did, this dog was on, is just staring at him. And I was like, wow, little Oliver really loves this boy. This is kind of neat. And I went to sleep early because I had a lot of driving the next day. Meanwhile, these guys went bowling. I wanted to go bowling. No, I couldn't have gone bowling, but I would have loved to go bowling. I love bowling. Raise your hand if you love bowling. Anyway, I literally can't remember the last time I went bowling, but I know I always love it. Anyhow, in the morning I found out that little Oliver had been adopted by that family. And I thought, I knew it. I could tell the way Oliver was looking at that kid, that Oliver had chosen him as his new master. And it was really cool to watch it happen, and then to see that it worked for this dog. It was like this little dog just chose this boy to be his, and I think it was a wonderful choice. And every boy needs a dog, and especially when you have a child with special needs, you know, a therapy dog could be the best thing in the world for them. Because if you have a dog in a lot of cases, you really don't need much else. You don't even need friends, you know? You got a dog, you got everything. All right, we're going to have to go to Jupiter Bowling, Donna. So we are now entering the great Panama City Beach. Yeah, Panama City Beach, Florida. This is it right here, coming into it now. I must admit, it's a lot more impressive at night with all the lights on and stuff, but it gives off big city beach vibes. It reminds me of Myrtle Beach, Clearwater Beach, you know, these beaches that, even kind of South Beach, but South Beach, that's a beach all on its own. I like to look at South Beach and call it, it's if Hollywood and Key West had a baby, they'd call it South Beach, Florida, or South Beach, Miami. Anyway, this is Panama City Beach, and it is very big and bold and quite beautiful. And you can just drive down the main street and see the beaches and the cute little homes. Look at them all, they're adorable. Very close to one another. This is slumming it at the beach, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, those homes are worth millions, trust me. So here we are. I'm so happy that the rain is gone and I can take y'all on County Road 30. That's the road that you take on the Gulf of America, the Panhandle Shores. 30. It's the beach road. Whereas on the East Coast, we take the A1A. And on the West Coast, it's usually like 41. We've all got our beach roads. And I am the beach report, and I'm very knowledgeable on beaches, all things beach. All right, you can film me. Film me bowling. That'll be fun. Let's go bowling, Donna. I love it. It's a great idea. I'll bowl, you film. Because you can't really bowl and film at the same time. Yeah, there are a few cities, like Fort Myers is not like this. Fort Lauderdale, even though we've got our Galt Ocean Mile, our city beaches are not like this. I think beaches like this are like Clearwater beaches like this. Tampa Bay is very different. Tampa beaches are different. Bradenton beaches. Every beach is different. Every single day the beach is different. Yeah, 41. Oh, the local name is Tamiami Trail, Donna. Good catch. Tamiami Trail goes all the way into Miami. Look how cute. Home on the beach. Wow, look at that. It really does have a kind of a circus atmosphere, or an amusement park sort of place. You know, the beach, it's just always associated with fun and parties and wow, check out that pier. That's a nice pier. So we are right in the heart of Panama City Beach, and this is called Pier Park. See it? This is very famous. Oh, that's Margaritaville over there. And over there is that Panama Jones or Pompano Joe's? I don't know. I don't know. It is Pompano Joe's. Pompano Joe's. Okay. Big city vibes, guys. Big city vibes. Big city beach vibes, that is. I always wonder about the humongous buildings on the beach. How do they do that? And, you know, ever since the Sunrise big apartment building in Miami that collapsed, you know, ever since then, big buildings on beaches, they all have to do a lot of work to make sure their buildings are safe and up to code. Because apparently with that building, they just ignored it. They ignored whatever cracks they saw. And, you know, you live in a building like that, good Lord. What a horrific thing to have happen. It's wild, isn't it? Wow, look at that Hampton Inn. Hampton Inn is my favorite. It's my favorite hotel. Always go to the Hampton Inn. It's consistently good everywhere I go. And they don't pay me to say any of this. I really feel this way. When I stay in a hotel, I might think about staying somewhere cheaper, but if you've ever stayed in a bad, cheap hotel, you know that's a bad thing to do. And especially as a woman alone, it's even a very dangerous thing to do. Traveling alone as an old woman, as I am, I have to be really careful about where I go, what I do, where I stay. And I've never had any problems at the Hampton Inns, not once. And I've tried other places, and I've had some pretty bad situations. Scared the living daylights out of me. Everything from opening the door and there's people already in there. Like, I didn't see the people, but I saw their stuff. Oh my God, that was horrifying. That happened in it wasn't like Quinta, it was like a Hojo's. It was one of those kind of cheap ones. You think they look kind of nice, but they're really gross. It depends on what area you're in. Like the cheaper the area, the worse those hotels get, if you know what I mean. What I'm saying is, like, a Hampton Inn is always consistently nice. Always. No matter if it's even in a kind of a bad section of town. It's always consistently nice. But there are these other places that are not always consistently nice. They collapsed the condo complex because the computer wizard was living there. They were trying to kill him. I don't know. I think they also were ignoring some cracks in the garage and in the pool. Some issues were happening that they really were not addressing. But then again, these days anything is possible. Look how beautiful that beach is. Holy guacamole. Panama City Beach. Beautiful. And so much fun to drive along here. You know, even if it adds an hour or two onto my drive, I would much rather travel like this than driving on a highway, top speed. You know, it seems wrong. Look how fun this is. Casa Loma. Welcome to Florida. Florida. Oh, I'm going to follow this car. They seem to know what they are doing. Stay on the beach road. Stay on the beach road. Yeah. Yeah, good job. Okay. I mean, I don't care if I drive 25 miles an hour the whole flipping way home. If it looks like this, it's okay with me, you know? Right? Don't have to go fast all the time. I'm going to get there eventually, but I'm going to get there and it's going to be beautiful. Actually, at this point, I might not get there because I am running pretty low on gas. So I do have to find a gas station, and that is a situation that needs to be taken care of in the next 20 minutes. So there's that. Beautiful Panama City beaches. Oh, a little bit of garbage. No, is that garbage? Those are bubbles. Somebody's blowing bubbles. I don't know what's going on. It's weird. Yeah, I don't know. It was like big clumps of bubbles. Almost like doing laundry type of bubbles. They're gone now. It's kind of weird. Oh, look at this pier over here. Look at that. Beautiful. So beautiful. Oh, it's an Alvin's Island. Look at the goofy golf. Whoa, that would be fun. My husband Ray loved mini golf. He had never played mini golf until he met me. And then, boy, he couldn't get enough. We went to every mini golf we could find in Fort Myers. It was amazing. Panama City still happening. Big city vibes here. Big city beach vibes. This really reminds me of Myrtle Beach, actually. This is how I feel like we're in Myrtle Beach. And it's so vacation-y here. Like, you're here, you just know you're on vacation. You're definitely on island time. You don't see a lot of hurry up traffic. People seem pretty chill here. Uh-oh, the Super King buffet. Don't do it, don't do it. Oh, look at all these big buildings. And in the future of the Waffle House. Oh, my husband loved a Waffle House. I do not eat there anymore. But I do need a gas station. Hi, Annie. Welcome to Panama City Beach. This place never stops. It doesn't end. It's just humongous. You got some big news in politics for us, Annie? Because, boy, that never ends. Yeah, Biden has cancer. And I'm not laughing because he has cancer. He supposedly has prostate cancer, which is what my husband died of. And I tell you what, there's no way he has advanced prostate cancer, and they didn't know that. Because it's pretty obvious. They can tell when you have prostate cancer. And when it gets really bad, like you know it. You know it long before you have problems. Especially if you are under a doctor's supervision all the time, like the President of the United States. Prostate cancer is something, you can have it for a long time and nothing will happen, and then suddenly, it starts to metastasize. But it takes a while for that to happen. And usually, with men, they take those PSA numbers, they can tell immediately. If your numbers are high, you have prostate cancer. I don't believe any of it, because the same day that the news about Biden came out was that Biden was talking to Robert Hur like a doddering old man who didn't even know who he was talking to half the time. So that also came out that day. A lot of news coming out. A lot of stuff drip, drip, drip. Pretty soon, that spigot is going to be wide open, and everyone's going to be able to see how the American people were absolutely bamboozled by their government and their media and everyone that they thought they trusted. I never trusted any of them, but that's just me. Okay, we're gonna get gas. Let's see, how much can we get gas for? $2.59, $2.59, $2.69. All right, that's what we're doing. Gonna get gas now. So I'll see you my next beach, the big beach I want to go to. I think it's called Mexican Beach or something like that. Anyway, we'll see you there. Got to get some gas. Ciao for now.